Hi, this is Lisa Rangel with Chameleon Resumes, the premier executive resume writing company, and thank you so much for joining me today. Today we're going to talk about 3 best executive resume writing tips so you can attract recruiters. By implementing what I show you here today, you will be able to improve your resume's performance when you're submitting it to recruiters, to hiring managers, to individuals that will be reading your resume. And the key here is to write for the people who will be ultimately reading your resume. And that's whether you're sending it through a job posting or networking and sending it to a person through your networking efforts. And as you've heard from watching my previous videos, 65% of hires happen through networking. So, employee referrals, social media connections, and personal contacts. So the key here is to write for people. And these 3 best resume writing tips that I'm going to give you will allow you to do that and attract hiring managers and attract recruiters. So the first thing I want you to do is to put your target title underneath your name and contact information at the top part of your resume. So when you put your target title, your target job title under your name, you have now set the stage for the reader in which to digest all of the following information that will come after that title. So if you make your title Chief Financial Officer, all of the words and content underneath that title will support now that title, or should support that title. So you've now set the stage for the reader to go, okay, this person wants to be a Chief Financial Officer. I'm going to now be seeing evidence that's going to support this fact. So you've set the stage when you put your target title at the top of the resume, which again is underneath your contact information, underneath your name. And little ninja trick here, make the title a little bit bigger than your name. I personally think it's a mistake when people make their name the biggest font on their resume, and I think it sort of subtly screams like something egocentric, whereas if you're making the title bigger than your name, sort of subliminally sends a message that you're putting the work first. So and you're looking to be evaluated for your work first. So I tend to when I write resumes and my team writes resumes, I tend to have the title of the target title of the job being the bigger item on the document versus the name. So that's just a little Chameleon ninja secret there. The second thing that I want you to do to make your resume more attractive to recruiters is make sure in your summary section that you list 1 or 2 relevant achievements right off the bat. And they should be keyworded, so not only are you saying that you are good at X, Y, and Z topics that'll be in your core competency section, but you're proving it. You're saying here is my proudest accomplishment, and make sure it's relevant to the job that you're seeking, and make sure that you're writing it in a keyworded fashion, so this way it's helping with that keyword optimization. But most importantly, you are giving evidence immediately right after that title of how you're qualified to do that job. So use an achievement to in your summary section to sort of punctuate how you are qualified for that job. The third item that I want you to do then is in your employment sections, have supportive evidence in the form of recent relevant accomplishments that will demonstrate how you're qualified for that target title that you just put on top because I just told you in the first item, and will support the achievement that you put in your summary that I just told you about in the second item. So the third item here is in each employment section, put your supportive evidence in the form of your achievements. This will also help naturally with the keywording of the document, the keyword optimization of the document, because you're writing about your achievements in such a way that you're going to use the terms and acronyms and keywords that are relevant to the job that you've been doing, that is getting you to the job that you now want to do next. So this is a way when you have the experience, and you can do this whether you're transferring your skill set to another industry or you are going for sort of the next level position in forms of a promotion, where it's more of a linear upward progression. So again, whether you're doing a lateral move, whether you're doing a career transition, or you're looking for an upward mobile position, all of these 3 items should be in your resume to attract recruiters to your document, which will inspire them to call you or email you or reach out to you in some way to set up that interview, which ultimately is the goal. So those are my 3 tips for you to implement into your executive resume so you can attract recruiters more readily. And if you would like more information on how to format your resume and write your resume to land 6-figure positions, I'm going to ask you to join me in my next training. It's free, and you can do that if you go to the description down below, and you'll be able to register for the next training that I'm having, where we go into this in a lot more detail in a 60-minute training that has a Q&A, and we have before and after examples of what resumes should look like and what they shouldn't look like in those before scenarios. So you're going to literally walk away with things that you can do to change. So go down in the description and join me. And if you like this video, I'm going to ask you to like it. And if you know someone who will benefit from watching this, because you know they're struggling in their job search, I'm going to ask you to share it with anyone you know who might be struggling in their job search. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so this way you don't miss next week's video. And if you have a question or a comment, feel free to email me at lr@chameleonresumes.com or comment below, because I read and reply to every email and comment. So I look forward to seeing you next week. I look forward to seeing you on the training, and good luck today and have an awesome one. Take care.